Alright, let's dive into something that's happening right now, and honestly, it's pretty exciting. So, Fiji is about to host its very first Miss India South Pacific pageant, and personally, I think this is way more than just a beauty contest. It's a cultural moment, a regional movement, and a statement about identity. Here's why this caught my attention. It's not just Fiji, it's part of a larger initiative connecting Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji under one banner, one stage. 3 nations. One movement. What makes this really interesting is how it's positioning itself as a platform for young women of Indian heritage to showcase not just beauty, but leadership, cultural pride, and community engagement. It's like, if you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about who wins the crown, it's about creating a space where these women can represent their heritage on an international stage while strengthening ties between these nations. One thing that immediately stands out is the theme itself. One stage. 3 nations. One movement. It's not just catchy, it's ambitious. What this really suggests is that the organizers aren't just thinking locally, they're thinking regionally, even globally. And in my opinion, this is where the real value lies. Beauty pageants often get criticized for being superficial, but this one seems to be trying to flip the script. By focusing on leadership, public speaking, and cultural pride, it's almost like they're saying, we're not just here to crown a face, we're here to amplify voices. What many people don't realize is how much these platforms can do for cultural representation, especially in a region as diverse as the South Pacific. Now, let's talk about the contestants. 14 women from across Fiji will compete, and the top 5 will go on to represent Fiji in the Grand Finale in Auckland. Here's where it gets fascinating. They'll be competing against finalists from Australia and New Zealand. From my perspective, this isn't just a competition, it's a cultural exchange. These women aren't just ambassadors of their own heritage, they're also becoming bridges between these nations. And what's even more impressive is the long-term vision. The organizers plan to make this an annual event, with the 2027 Grand Finale set to take place in Fiji. If you think about it, that's not just a pageant, that's a commitment to building something sustainable, culturally, economically, and socially. A detail I find fascinating is the judging panel. It includes a local digital creator, a fashion designer, and a choreographer from New Zealand. This isn't just a random lineup, it's a deliberate mix of creativity, influence, and regional representation. What this really shows is how seriously the organizers are taking this event. They're not just bringing in big names, they're bringing in people who can actually contribute to the growth of this movement. But here's the bigger question, why does this matter? Personally, I think it's because it's happening at a time when cultural identity and representation are more important than ever. The South Pacific is a melting pot of cultures, and initiatives like this can help celebrate that diversity while also addressing some of the challenges these communities face. It's not just about Fiji, it's about setting a precedent for how cultural events can be used to foster unity, pride, and opportunity. And let's not forget the economic angle. The organizers are talking about boosting tourism, supporting creative industries, and creating opportunities for designers, performers, and production professionals. If you take a step back and think about it, this could be a game changer for Fiji's creative sector. It's not just about the pageant itself, it's about the ripple effect it could have on the local economy. So, here's my closing thought, this isn't just a pageant, it's a statement. It's about saying, we're here, we're proud of our heritage, and we're ready to take the stage. And honestly, I can't wait to see how this unfolds. What do you think? Is this the kind of initiative we need more of? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Until next time, keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep celebrating culture in all its forms.